Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my continued playthrough of Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, where we are getting ready to move into another day and another quick recap of where we're at. Last episode was rather interesting, so as far as I know, I didn't have any major mistakes that I need to correct, but by all means, if you did catch something, please still share with me. I'm filming this one rather close to the last one, so I haven't gotten a lot of feedback yet. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. It certainly helps the channel. And let's get to it. We're going to start with our recap of the previous episode. Well, so last episode was interesting. We had a lot happen. First off, we had a Rev up in the mounds. A while back he had talked to some of the folks at the mounds and got their feedback, but then he decided to wander. And that really didn't lead him to too much. He didn't gain anything specific out of that. It's taking him his time to, taking him a lot of time to figure out what he needs to do up there to try and help secure the Menhir rights, which is the quest that we're currently trying to unravel so that we can recharge this Menhir before it runs out. Is currently on 5 turns away, 5 time slots away from dying, and we need to solve that before we get there. In the meantime, we had Bior and Aaliyah meet together at the Charred Conclave, where they investigated there, and because they didn't have a lot of magic to them, in fact none, they weren't able to do much. They did, however, get to listen to the whispers of the dead druids that were trapped beneath this large wicker man. There was a cage between a gigantic wicker man where they had burned the druids that first got here, blaming them for the plague that had beset the mainland that drove them to Avalon. So they were able to hear the undead, the dead whispers of those people, and through that gained a little bit of magic awareness. But that didn't help them very much because it didn't give them the necessary requirements to help resolve the Menhir in Kunok Farmhold. From that point on, Aaliyah decided to continue on south. She gathered some food from Bior, who had some to spare, and continued on south to the island asylum. Now, when she was at the island asylum, she did run into some issues. At first, she just went to take a tour of the monuments on the island. The island was where King Arthur and the first knights landed on the first trip to Avalon. It's now a camp for people stricken by the plague and disease, but there's all these monuments around. She wanted to try and investigate them to see if we could uncover the rights to secure and revive our Menhir. Unfortunately, she was attacked by a vagrant, a disease-ridden vagrant. It was a fierce battle because she's not really a fighter. And then as soon as that guy ran away after a terrible battle, only to be replaced by a weirdness-infected individual that was all twisted and deformed. She was already badly beaten, ran away, took some more damage from that, and apparently through her wounds, she became infected, and now bears the mark of the red sign. Now, we still haven't solved our problem, and we need to continue on. She is in bad shape, severely wounded, and marked by the red sign, and needs to get back home to Kunok Village. Her terror level is very high. She's very afraid. She doesn't know what to do. She needs to flee, and at the same time get some food. It's a problem. So we are going to continue on now. That is the end of our recap. Let's get on to our gameplay. Where we left off, we were still in the during the day phase, but we were about to. We were still in the end of day phase. Rather, we had done most of our end of day. People had rested, recovered as much as they could, and we got to the point where we were going to have some dreams. Right now, we know that there are dreams in the Charred Conclave and in the Four Dwellers Mountains. We're going to take a look at those again, but the main one we're going to worry about probably is the island asylum and see what happens there. I kept this as a reminder for myself, so I'm going to take that off. Just put that right there. And we're going to get the book out so we can start our dream sequence from the end of the day. Now, I think what we'll do now is we're going to first do, we'll start with Arev, because I think that was the one that has the least to deal with, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so we know we're dealing with a dream right now, not a nightmare, and it just says there are no demons in this place. The sleep is as cold as the silent as the mounds themselves, and that is very true. So let's go on to 104, the Charred Conclave, and see what happens there when Beor dreams in that space. In your dream, you flee from a rolling wave of darkness slowly consuming the land behind you. You try to pick your paths carefully, making sure to gather ample provisions along the way, and to rekindle any menhirs you find. After a while, the wave catches up with you and swallows you whole. You come back to the start of that dream. This time, you flee as fast as you can. Your legs can carry you. But hunger dead ends, and beasts of the land quickly end your life. Hint, to survive you need to move fast, but not at the cost of your resources or survival tracks. Oh, that's fair. Alright, that was the dream in the Charred Conclave had by Beor. Well, this is simple. So it just says, there are no real dreams in this place. The sleep is as cold and silent as the rocks of the island. Considering how much pain and death they've seen, perhaps that's a blessing. And that is going to mark the end of the dreams for our characters and the end of the day sequence. That's the last thing that happens. As you can see here, if you're going insane, of course you have to read the nightmare, but we read the dreams because none of us are insane, though I'll have to tell you, Aaliyah is close. Now we're going to get back into our start of the day phase. Let's take a look at that. I'll just pull the card out again so we can go over it step by step. We're going to remove an expired menhir. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to reduce all the time dials on the menhir. We are going to do that. We're going to slide this out and just put it on 4. I don't know, it seems like enough time, but not enough time at the same time. You know, we got to solve this before we get there, because I don't know what I have to do for it yet. So it could be a bad thing. And then, so the next thing we're going to do is reduce all time tokens. We did that. We're going to remove time tokens. We don't have to do that. Now we have to reveal an event card. We would then move Guardians and pick active items and secret cards, but we don't have to worry about that either. We already know what's active and all that stuff, so we just really have to do the event card. Now, if you remember in the last part of the event card that we had that we're about to just completely discard, this one, I just want to keep it out for reference, called Exodus, we added 2 random event cards to the top of the deck because it was based on number of, it was 5 minus the number of players. We have 3, so we're going to take this one and turn over and see what happens. Heavy rainfall. Each travel costs 1 additional. Every creek becomes a raging river. Every hill becomes a water slide. So we have this terrible rainfall going on. I'm going to leave that out. And now we know that moving across the land is going to take us extra energy. That's really bad for Aaliyah. I don't know what we're going to do there. I wanted to send... Now, the biggest problem we have with Aaliyah is she doesn't have any food. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to get someone there to get her food to anywhere, to her. If Beor gives up the last food that he has, that's problematic. So I think we're going to not go with her first. I think we're going to go during our day phase, because that was, by the way, that was the end of the start of day phase. Let's move on to the day phase and take our actions. Okay, I don't know if we can do any more with the Rev in the up there in the mounds than we have so far. I want to think about it. He might just move over to Hunter's Grove and try and get some more food. He is a pretty good fighter. He's a mercenary. We cannot move down to the Warriors Fair because you can see there's no number connection there. And no, excuse me, no arrow pointing in that direction. No, it's not a virus, it's just allergies, guys. But I suffer from allergies a lot here in Texas. I have to take stuff all the time. Anyway, he can't move down there. He has to move around the way. So we'll hold off on that. I think, though, I'm going to consider whether or not he needs to stay there and continue to research that area. Okay, since moving does take 2 energy this turn, he is, at least for this first action, going to stay there. Now, he's got 6 energy, so he's going to go down to 5 because he's going to continue to explore the burial mounds. I just think that's the right thing to do. We rolled really poorly last time, so he gained some wealth for it, but there might be more he can gain. We'll have to see. So in his exploration, he has these same things that he can do. So last turn we did this, wander deep into the mines. Or deep into the mounds. We're going to do the same thing again. I'll read this for you in case you didn't see the last episode. No one was ever able to count the mounds, and the most experienced miners claim new ones keep arriving, though no one can explain how. How far do you dare to wander? Well, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. I think we did this one. I think we're going to do again. Walk and don't stop. Oh, we got to pay 2 extra energy for that one, though. That will make it so he will, let me see. He'll be able to move 1, 2. Yeah, he'll be able to move 1, but that's going to be the end of his turn. So luckily he can get over to the Hunter's Grove and maybe get some more food for people. So he's going to do that. We're going to walk, and so that's going to cost us 2 more energy. I wish there was a way to get some energy back, and that means we're going to go to verse 8. Okay, let's do that. So last time we did this, we rolled real poorly. We only rolled a 1, but we were able to add 2 to it, so we got some wealth, but that's all that happened for us. So hopefully we do better. A 4, it's going to put us at a 6. You reach the heart of the mounds and stop awestruck. Go to verse 3. Okay, well, verse 3 is right up from us. Let's take a look at that. A burial mound taller than the others emerges from the mist in front of you, its front gate betraying the same shine as all old steel items. You feel uneasy. This is not a good place. We can dig into the mounds. We can attempt to break through the gate. The gate requires the old steel smasher. We don't have that. Or we can leave. Well, I guess we'll attempt to dig through the mounds. This could be bad for us, but that's what we'll do. After minutes of exhausting work, you hear a chilling sound close by. Your labor has attracted something you'd rather avoid. Each party member gains 1 wealth. Draw 2 cards from the purple encounter deck and resolve the one with the highest value. Okay, well, that's not great. Don't have this old. I guess the old steel smasher is. Oh, that's the thing that Bjor has. Well, now that I know I can sit him up there to get something cool. We'll have to see what that is. But here is the wealth cube that is going to Arev. He's got 3 wealth right now, so he could trade. It's paid food for wealth in the whitening. He wants to do the other side. But anyway, maybe we'll get some food from this encounter. We'll see. It's a purple encounter. Okay, here is the purple encounter deck. This was our first encounter, basic one, so I doubt we're going to end up dealing with this one. We're going to draw 2. This is a misshaped vermin, which we've faced before, and this one is a wandering priestess. She believes in, sorry, the text is incredibly small, so I'm trying to read it over my camera. She believes ancient customs will protect her on the trail. You know it's only a matter of time before she's proven wrong. Each party member may decide to pay 1 wealth or 1 food to gain 3 health. Well, that's interesting. So it says the one with the highest number. She didn't have a number, so I guess we still have to fight the vermin. That's okay. That'll be an easy fight for us. We're going to put this at the bottom of the deck for right now, the priestess, and we'll get back to the vermin. So let's do that. I'm going to pull Arev's card over here, his character sheet, and his combat deck, and we're going to draw 3 cards and get on with this fight. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to shuffle up, give it a quick shuffle, and then we're going to draw his first 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what he gets. I'll just put his deck right there, and he gets defend. Well, that's okay. Prevent 2. That's not bad. I like this one. He can do both those. He has a level of courage. So these are going to line up with courage and practicality. He's got both of those. So that would give him 2 and then 3. So he'd do 3 right away, which means that the rat would be almost defeated. If he can pull off a second one, he's going to be in good shape. Yeah, so we're going to play surprise attack first. Even though he came upon us, we surprised him regardless. Look what that does. That is a really good lineup. Now, I do have a magic. I could kill it outright, but I don't want to spend the magic on this. So I think what we're going to do because you can see I could spend magic to get another hit. That's 3 hits, but let's see if we can do some more. Oh, and then we immediately draw another card, because that's symbol. Let me get out the stuff that'll show you that real quick, so I can show you. There's neat little cards in here that show you what everything is. So you can see right there, it says triggers when placed. So we just placed it. That means we're going to trigger it and draw another card from his deck, which is reposition. Not thrilled about that one. We could do careful attack. I think, yeah, okay, we got this. We got this. All right. Here's how this is going to flow out. We're going to do careful attack. We're going to put this over here. We can do careful attack because, as you can see, it is going to, it has the lightning bolt here with practicality. We do have 1 level of practicality, so we can do that. But then we're going to resolve it top to bottom, and we basically overkilled him because we're going to get 1 here and 2 there. That's 3 more. That's 6. That the vermin is dead. Okay. And that I'm taking those ones out of the game so that they don't come up again in the future, because now that we've played through those, we don't really need to. However, that does give him 1 food as a reward. And you know, I'm not going through each and every step. I told you as I went along, we'll do it more quickly so that I'm not wasting time talking about steps that we don't need to take. So we killed him before it got to do anything. We got to check victory. We killed it. We got another food. He's got 3 food, but he also has very limited energy. And that is actually the end. I believe that is the end of his encounter. Yes, exploration ends. So that is a rev for this turn. He's only got 1 energy he can spend, and I think he's going to use it moving. I don't think there's any point in staying there at this point. I think we've done everything we can do. Okay. Bior. Not sure what to do here because I'm worried we're not going to have enough food to do anything, and I'm not sure where to get more food. I keep looking at the spaces to see if there's any way to get food. The only place I know to get food right now is the Hunter's Grove. I don't know what happens in the Grubwood. We haven't been there, but I don't. With this travel restriction of 2, because of the heavy rainfall, it's pouring rain for us right now, so we really can't get very far without spending a ton of energy. Now, Bior has 6 energy to spend. And I don't know that he can. He's got 1 food left. It's only Aaliyah that doesn't have food, and I don't know how to get her food. Orev's the only one that's got multiple food right now. I do think we're going to have to try and get some more food, guys. I mean, I don't know what choice we have. Okay, well, yeah, I think I don't even know if we can get there and do this. So yeah, okay, we're going to move 1. So this is what we're going to have to do. He's going to move 1 there. That's going to cost him 2 energy. He's now down to 4. Okay. And that's it for him. Then Aaliyah's in bad shape, guys. So she's only got enough to get back to Kunok Village in energy. Well, if she does, she'll be exhausted again, which is terrible. And she has no food. I don't know. This is really bad for her. She is going to spend 2 energy. So she's down to 2. To move to here. Draw a gray encounter. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do with her, guys. I'm concerned. I can't leave her there. I certainly cannot leave her there. Well, I can. She doesn't have a wealth, so she can't heal. I can actually. Here's what we're gonna do. This is bad. She's going to suffer from lack of food though this turn, and that's really bad. But she is a healer, so we're gonna take 2 energy. So her down to 2. She's going to go down to 2. And she's going to use her Restore. Her Restore ability says for 2 energy, she can restore 1 health to a character in her location, only out of the settlement. Well, we're out of the settlement, so we can do that. It says to you or another character. So here's what we're going to do. She's playing it safe. She's not exploring there. She might. No, that's all she's going to be able to do for this whole turn, I think. Because she's going to go back up to 4 next turn. So she healed 1. That's all she's going to get to do, guys. And she's going to suffer from a lack of food. That's really going to hurt her. We'll see how this goes. For all her reputation has done her no good. Okay, next up, I think we'll go back to Kunok. Or, sorry, not Kunok. Arev. He's going to move. That's going to put him down. Oh, wait, he does not want to move. He's only got 1 energy left. If he moves again, he's going to be exhausted. He can't treasure hunt there. He doesn't want to explore. Inspecting the men here is free. I think he's just going to pass. after that. That's terrible. God, this rain is killing me. I would have loved to have moved to Hunter's Grove. He's got enough food. I'm not worried about him with food. I am worried about Beor. So Beor moved up to Kunok Village, the farmhold, and he's going. So that's it for Arev. This is a really short set of action turns for us. We're in bad shape because of that rain. Okay, he's going to move again. Beor, that'll put him down to 2 as well, and we're going to move him up to the Hunter's Grove because he's going to need more food. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go down to 3 on the men here there. Man, I don't know. This is rough. Okay, so we're all down to... so Beor can't do anything. Arev could do one thing, but he already passed. This is rough. I think that's going to end our day, guys. Rough day for us. Hunkered down in the rain is just bad. So, oh man, we're already down to 4. We got 3 more turns to try and do something with the men here, and I don't have what we need. I just don't. So I'm concerned about that. I don't even know where we get it at this point. And we have to have, I think we have to have the men here rights to be able to complete this quest. If we get to the end of it and have failed, I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, let's continue. I really have not seen far enough ahead in this game to know what's going to happen here. So I'm just going to keep trying. Let's end the day. So we're going to call that an end of the day. No one else can do anything without becoming exhausted. And we're going to go to the end of the day. Rest. Consume 1 food, restore 1 health, and lose 1 madness or terror. If you don't have the food, drop your energy to 0. If it was already 0, lose a health. Well, it's not. If you're exhausted. So, okay, let's go do those. Start up here with Beor. He does have food. We'll get rid of that. He's fine. Then we're going to see Aaliyah has no food, so she's going to go down to 0 energy. Arev has food. He has 3 food, so he'll go down to 2, and he's fine. Then we're going to restore our energy, so he's going to go all the way back up to 6. Aaliyah is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That is it. And Arev is going to go all the way back up to 6. So maybe they will be able to help her this turn. She is just a mess. And maybe we won't have to worry about the rain so much. Okay. And we've already read the dreams in this location, so these locations, so we're not going to have to worry about that. We're not going to read them again. But we did that. If you're exhausted, you restore 4 points instead. That's what we did with her. Advance and expend experience. We don't have to do that. Dream, we already know it. We're in the exact same locations. Hunter's Grove didn't have anything special in Dream either, so we're okay there. I'll just double check it, and then it says if you're going insane. So that's going to be it for the end of day. Take it back. It's actually important that Beor was up there and had this dream, but we're going to read it. If you have part 2 of the morning song status, your sleep is dreamless tonight. Otherwise, read on. So we don't have that actually. You drift off under the ochre-painted constellation into a restless sleep, where you chase a young dove in the hills just outside Kunot. You wake early in the morning in a cold sweat with several fresh cuts. The taste of blood fills your mouth. Beside you, a raw piece of meat lay carefully wrapped in leaves. That's weird. If you don't have the Hunter's Mark status, each character in the location gains 2 food. We don't have the Hunter's Mark status. 2 food. Okay. There's 2 food. For Beor, that's good. Now he doesn't have to, he's going to gather a whole bunch of food and come back to the village and try and help Aaliyah, I think. And then we're going to gain the Hunter's Mark status. Where is that? Let's see. Hunter's Mark is right here at the bottom. So we just have the Hunter's Mark status. Okay, that's that. Hunter's Mark status done. And we are good to go with that. So that's the only dream that mattered. The other 2, I just double checked them just to make sure there's nothing special in those. So we'll put that aside, and that will be the end of our day phase for sure. Okay, now we're going to get to our start of the day again. We're just going to keep on going. We're going to remove any expired men here. No, but we are going to move this one down to 3. That's bad, bad, bad news, man. I'm getting really nervous about this. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull it off. Okay, remove time tokens. We don't have to do that. And then we're going to reveal our next event card. Okay, here is the next of our random events for this turn. This is going to be the last one, because then we're going to go into chapter 3 of this, or part 3 of this, chapter 1. Good weather. Oh man, so the weather cleared up after the rain. Now it's beautiful outside, and you can see the forlorn swords way off in the distance. Your first travel today costs 1 less energy. That means 0. That's pretty good. Experienced journeymen know to make the most of the decent weather while it lasts. Okay, so the first move is going to be free. That's good for Aaliyah especially. Okay, that means we are going now on to our start of the day phase. Well, actually, we've just finished up. We move guardians, we pick items, we're all done with that. Okay, during the day, we're going to start taking our actions. So I think we'll take the first action. I don't want Aaliyah to go up there and take an encounter. I don't. That's just bad. We've got to get someone down there to help her. I think the first thing we're going to do is move Arev. I don't see any point for him being in the mounds anymore, so he's just going to move here to the Hunter's Grove, and that will be his action for no energy this round yet, because that was his first move. Bior is going to draw an encounter. Now, we could choose to companion up there, and I think that might be the right thing to do for the encounter. Actually, he's going to spend 2 to gather food, and then he's going to gain 2 food, and we're going to generate a green encounter. So Bior goes down to 4 energy, and then we're going to get a green encounter. Oh, also 2 food. So Bior actually, because of where he was, he's got 4 food now. He can afford to get some to Aaliyah. If we both tackle this action together, we can spend 1 energy each, actually, can't we? Let me just double check that. I want to double check on the party rules to make sure I can pull that off. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We are going to split that cost, so Bior will be at 5, and Arev will be at 5 on the energy cost. Each of them will then get 1 food. It says gain 2 food. It doesn't say loot or reward. So each of them will gain 1 food instead. That means they both have 3. That's not bad, because we're going to probably get some more. Then as a group, they're going to take on the green encounter that they face there. It'll be a slightly different combat for us, as we're going to have 2 players. Now, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I shuffled it up, but I just gave it a quick shuffle and see what we get. A pack of strays. So we're going to be fighting a pack of strays, and I'm not going to get their cards out, their character cards out. I'm just going to get their decks. So at the right here, this one will be, no, let's make sure I keep them separate. This one on this side will be Bior's, and this one over here will be Arev's. Okay, so let's draw Bior's first. Just doing a quick shuffle. 1, 2, and 3, and we'll put that back down, see what he gets. He gets attack. So these strays, let's talk about the strays first. When a faraway village dies out, packs of stray dogs often become the last reminder of its existence. They have the horde ability. I need to look that one up on the overview chart. There's a chart that shows us this stuff. I'm going to pull one out. Let's get to it. There we go. Horde. During step 3, enemy attack, the active character discards 2 combat cards from the top of their combat deck. Okay, that's not so bad. But this is what we got. We got 2 attacks and ignore pain. So we can probably pair these together. We'll see. Those are his cards. That means he can attack them and not get hit back. That's not too bad. And then the 3 cards from the Rev, we'll just give it a quick shuffle just to make sure. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Let's do that. And what does he got? He has Hold Guard, Defend, and Careful Attack. I do believe that, okay, let's start the combat now. Let's take a look at the combat actions. Let's get that card out, because we're playing with a party now, so it's going to be a little different. Draw 3 cards from the combat deck. 4 characters equal 2 cards. Well, he has 2. Check enemy traits. We did the Horde ability is going to affect us when the enemies attack. Delayed abilities, we don't have any. Play cards, receive an opportunity, attack. Okay, play any combat cards from your hand. Now, first off, we have to pick the active player. It should say that here, but it doesn't. It just says, play any combat from your hands. Play a number of additional combat cards each round. We're going to start with the active character being Bior. Okay. Okay, so we'll just take, what we'll do is we're going to take one of these tokens here, just put it on Bior's deck just to let him know that he's been activated. Okay, he's our first activation. All right, and he's going to play attack first, so we're going to go there. You can see he's double aggression, which he does have, right here. Well, he will need double aggression, but he's going to get 1 hit there and 1 free hit there on the pack of hounds. That's going to result in 2 wounds and the loss of a cube. So I don't know. Maybe this isn't the best one, but you know, we're going to draw some ire from this with this attack as well. And then we put a time token on this card. That happens during the monster's attack, but we're going to do more. We're not done. So I think that we're going to play. So we're going to discard this. We're going to get rid of that because we're going to ignore pain. We're not going to discard it rather, but we're going to do this. Okay, and here's what happens there. So this attack is just in his hand still, but the second card is ignore pain. Oh wait. Oh no. That's going to be rough on the next round because it requires doubles of things except for the free attack. So whatever card we play first won't matter, but it would if we were playing another card after this. We're not going to. So this allows us to take the extra action here. So we get to take the card action. We're going to get a card as part of our cool stuff. So I'm going to draw another card from his deck, and we could actually play this grapple still. So well, let's continue on with this for the moment. And so we go down the list. We are able to activate this card. We're able to do this, but it says gain on his attack. Gain one damage against the monster for every point received. We're going to receive 2 points. That's going to net him out. What will grapple do for us? Let's see. If you receive any damage, reduce a card. Well, we will. So we reduce cards. It's only this one. And then we have time tokens to gain 3 hits from grappling with the monster. Plus we get an extra... I can't do that actually because it doesn't have a lightning bolt on it. So that's going to end Bjor's attack right there. That's it. Okay, so what happens next? We played all our cards. Okay. Then it says enemy attacks. Resolve the enemy attack. Well, we're at 2, right? So we're going to lose 1. And he's going to gain... Bjor is going to get hit twice. Now, it says ignore pain. I need to... So, if I'm ignoring pain, am I not taking the damage? No, I'm taking the damage. I'm just ignoring the pain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take 2 points of damage. So we're going to add 2 here, and then Bjor is going to take 2 hits. That still keeps him in a really healthy place. We're okay there. Now we're going to move on to the second activation. So now we move on. So we did the enemy attack. That's that. Okay. Now we look at check readiness. If each party member has been activated, go to phase 3. Well, no, we still have Bjor, or rather Aref, so I'm going to put that on his cards. Let's see, he didn't have a great set of cards, honestly. It wasn't fantastic. Now we could do this. You choose the enemy attack. We could just say it's going to be a 1. We could end with that. That would be pretty good. We can play this one and get some more damage on it. What happens if we go up to 4? It runs away. So we got to get at least 2 damage. Is there a way to do that? Otherwise we don't. Oh, we're going to get 2 damage. We are. Okay. So he's going to play Careful Attack as his first action. Okay. Now remember, this happened during that phase, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to play that there. Remember, that's his card. Has a little white banner there, so it's easy to tell. All right. That gives him one hit there. That's 4. Okay. And then we're going to skip that because that doesn't matter. We're going to go here and we're going to get another hit. See, it's a times 1. One more hit there, and that's going to kill the pack of strays. Okay, so that means this card's going to go back to Arev, and these 2 cards are going back to Bjor. And you know, they're all color-coded, so they're easy to figure out when you're doing that. But we're going to take the 2 activations tokens off those guys. Again, I'm not going to walk through every single step. We know what happened. They beat him. This deck goes back to Bjor. This deck over here goes back to Rev, and then we're going to resolve what we have to do. So he didn't get, the strays did not get their opportunity attack, but we do get 1 food from them. I think we'll give it to, we're going to give it to, you know what? Arif can spend money to gain, or spend energy to gain food. So what we're going to do is give this cube to Bjor. So Bjor now is back to 4 food. The strays go to the bottom of the green encounter deck, and we are done. I don't think we have a choice but we have to do something with Aaliyah. I could spend 2 energy. She hasn't moved yet. I could spend 2 energy to heal her again. She's only got 4 though. If I spend 2, she can only move once, and she'll only get to the Charred Conclave. So we're not going to do that. But it costs an energy to run away, because she's going to have to draw a gray encounter. Man, she's just in bad, bad shape, guys. Oh my gosh. Can I get either of them? Well, we do have enough energy to get to her, I think. We'll see. We'll see. At least block the encounter. But I have to do something with her. I don't want to pass. She's not exploring that location again. That is for sure. That was... Well, let me think about that. She may have to. I think we're going to have to take a chance. She's going to actually explore. It's going to cost her 1 over 4. She's going to explore there because maybe she can get some food on her own. I just don't know the answer. And we're going to send the other heroes, at least one of them, down to help her and see what we can get done there. I mean, that's just just awful. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, she's going to explore. That means she's at 3 energy right now. Okay, here's my thought on this. If I can get one of the other 2 guys down to the Charred Conclave to take that grain counter in her stead, I can move the guys as a party. They're still going to have to spend energy, but it's okay. Well, Bior won't spend any, so it's just going to cost 1 energy to get them both to Kunok Farmstead and then 1 over to Charred Conclave. I might move them over together to do that. Then they'll end up taking that grain counter. Aaliyah can move to them, perhaps, depending on what the outcome of this is, and then maybe we'll survive. Okay, well, because she can still move for free, so she can take a couple actions here if she can, and then continue on. But anyway, we've already read this, but I'll read it again. Excuse me. The waves splash against the hull of the boat. A silent, hooded man slowly ferries you to a secluded island, its dark willow grove overlooked on 3 sides by an ancient necropolis carved into the side of the mountain. You know the sick are kept in the deep, dark holds, yet you still feel uneasy stepping down onto the shores. Grim monks, keepers of this place, inspect your body despite your objection. Only then do they agree to listen to you. If you have secret card 66... Oh no, I forgot! I have secret card 66! I do, yeah. Oh, well, we're doomed now, aren't we? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to play it out, guys. Playing it out. I knew this, but I didn't pay attention. You can't give this character... You can't give this card to another character. We got the red sign. We're just kind of hosed there. Okay, I guess we're going to 9. Before you get to explain the reason for your visit, one of the priests grabs your hand and rolls your sleeve up. There's a small, festering wound there. Not unlike many you have gained throughout your journey, and perhaps only slightly more reddish. The priest screams, "A plague bearer! Guards!" You try to retreat to the boat, but the priests and their helpers are too numerous. If you're playing Chapter 2 or higher, we're not. Go to verse 14. Otherwise, go to verse 6. Okay, we're off to verse 6, guys. Wow, Aaliyah's just not having a good time down there. You are now a prisoner of the asylum, spending your days listening to the agony of the others and wondering when your time will come. You hear from your inmates that over the years, some brave souls managed to escape this hold. The real question is, should you do the same and carry the plague farther? Gain a Secret 66 card if in the party all characters gain it. Place the character models of all party members below the island asylum card. Okay, so she's now trapped there. Okay. Then choose. You can renounce your life and stay in the asylum. Your character dies. See Death and Mercy chapter rulebook for information. Try to escape. Each party gains 1 terror. That's really terrible for her, and adds +1 for each point of practicality. She has 1. Then check. Add +1. Roll a die. Add +1 and check the results on 12. Okay. I guess we're going to try and escape. I don't see any other choice for her. She's got to get out of here. Okay, I think we're going to make this attempt to flee. She gets +1 to this roll. A 6! That's got to be good, right? I hope. You finally manage to pick the locks, fool the guards, and flee. Each party member gains 1 experience point. Place all party member models back on the island exploration card. It doesn't say that ends her exploration, though. So she gains an experience. I mean, she's got 2 now. She can actually do something. I don't know what that would be, but she can't do much else. Anyway, I'm going to end. I think I can forcibly end her exploration, right? I don't know. Because if I go back to the card, doesn't that just result? Oh, it does say, sorry, it does say exploration ends. So that is the end of her exploration. She is now back on top of the asylum. They threw her in jail. She immediately escaped. She's sitting there trying to figure out what she's going to do next. But that gives us time, a little time. I guess she's going to have to take that grain counter. I don't know what else to do with her. All right, because we got to get off that island. I don't know how else to get. I don't know how to get the men here thing. Maybe it's in the events. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not able to get what I need. But we have plenty of food now, so let's move Bior and Erev as a party. So Bior hasn't moved yet, so he's not going to expend any energy to move, but Erev will. That's going to put him down to a 4, and they're going to move down to Kunok Village together. That's the end of their turn. And then I think we'll go with Aaliyah moving. We're going to take a chance. I mean, she's not totally out of the water yet. She hasn't moved, so this will be a free move for her. She's going to go there, but she's going to have to draw a gray encounter. Maybe she can just get away from it and stay there. Okay, so here is her gray encounter deck. Let's see what she gets. We're going to face a Clansman. Oh my gosh, 6 health. Wow, that's rough. It says, don't let his rusty spear and beer belly fool you. He's seen his share of bloodshed. Okay, he's got this rush ability. What does that do? Let's see if it takes effect now. Where's rush? Rush. There it is. Oh, it's second one. Not in alphabetical order. Okay. Wait. Rush ability. First character receives 2 damage. Oh god, she's going to take 2 damage before she does anything? 2 damage before she does anything. Do I even want to take this guy on? I could... Well, I don't think I have a choice, right? This is... Because right now we're going to draw her 3 cards. So, here's her deck. Let's draw her 3 cards and see what she gets here. Yeah, alright. She's going to get... okay, Crippling Strike. We can do damage there. We'll see what that does. Mock Retreat. When it lands, we're going to lose a cube off the damage that we've done. We're going to resolve an opportunity attack, or we're going to flip a coin, right? Flip a dial. If we get a skull, we resolve his opportunity attack, which is run away. If we get a grail, we ignore. Okay. Okay, and then we got Crippling Strike. That's not... We can put 2 charges here, pay 1 charge to lose 1 less, and then draw a card. If we keep that attack, and then we got this Entangling Trap, which we can probably activate. It says, during the enemy attack, instead of the enemy attacking, lose a cube and a card. So we could do all... I don't want to waste this, though. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good thing. But then we would lose that. I don't know. So first off, we're going to have to resolve the rush thing, right? It says he rushes. So he's a spearman. He rushes. Our first character, our only character, says first character receives 2 damage. Okay. So this guy rushes her. She goes 1. And this is going to be bad, guys. Wait, she was at 4, right? Yeah, 4. 1, 2. So she's just not quite panicked yet, but she's on the verge of panic. Now she gets to go. So I think what we're going to do, we'll play this first. We'll play Crippling Strike first. That's going to put 1 cube on for practicality and 1 cube just because it was our first card, or well, our free thing. Then we're going to get 2 charges on there. But I don't think that we're going to end there. I think we're going to do the mock retreat. Or do we do this Entangling Trap? Either way, we lose that. But this one can get us out of here without any more damage. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to lose these 2 charges. So we're going to play this on top of it. Now, why can I do that? She has practicality, so, and there's a lightning bolt, so I can do that. But you see, there's nothing else on this card other than this part right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lose 1 of these damage. There's only 1 damage right now. And then we're going to flip a dial and see what happens. Okay, it was a Grail. Ignore the enemy attack and gain 2 cubes and lose a card. That is what that means, lose a card, right? I think so. Discard the last card of the sequence. Okay, sorry. So we'll discard this card after that. That's fine. Okay, so we don't get hit by him for 1 and lose 2 cubes. That doesn't happen. It says resolve. So instead of resolving the enemy opportunity attack, we ignore the enemy attack completely. That rush only happens once. No, it happens every time, doesn't it? Gosh dang, we gotta escape this guy, don't we? Just to double check. Rush says first character receives 2 damage. So Okay. Well, so right now we ignored the enemy attack. And we gained 2 cubes. So he's up at 3, but we lose this card. And I gotta look up fleeing again. I think we can flee at any time at the cost of an energy, which means she just has to stay there and wait. But we did the white card for the white activation for the turn, so we don't have to worry about anybody else dealing with it. Okay, fleeing. Let me look at combat rules. Yeah. I want to make sure she can run away. Okay, I'm going to have to find it. Hold on. Well, I looked up more details on Rush, and she's not doing that every turn. It's only the first turn of the combat. So she's not going to take any more damage from this right now. So we are going to get rid of this, okay? And we ignored his attack. So then we're going to check readiness. If each party member has been activated, go to phase 3. We're going to discard down to 3, and then down to 3 combat cards, and draw. Each party member draws 1 combat card. Well, we have 0, so whatever we get is what we're going to play. This might be really bad, but I can still flee. I just need to spend energy. Let's see what she gets. She gets this card. So, careful attack. We'll get 1, 2 damage. Lose 1 to prevent a damage. 5. So I'll put him up at 3, 4, 5. Not enough to kill him. In fact, that's the worst thing that can happen. We can prevent the 2 damage by getting rid of 2 cubes. We're going to be... Oh my gosh. This does not allow me to draw any more cards. Well, anyway, we don't have a choice but to play this. So, we're going to... Wait a second. The only thing we get is this free one. So we're going to get 2 more cubes up to 5. Okay. So 2 more cubes up to 5 on the careful attack. But he will get to attack back. However, we can stop the 2 damage. Except it says stop 2 damage and lose a card. Okay. Discard the last card of the sequence. So we'll discard careful attack again. That's okay. Wait, that one looks different. That one's green. Or is it just my eyeballs? I think it's just my eyeballs. That's the same one. Okay. Alright, well, that's what we're going to do. So that ends her attack. Then he attacks back. He's at a 5. So we're at a 5, so it's going to be 2 damage and 1 and lose the card in the sequence. But we can lose 2 cubes to prevent the damage. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to lose this card in the sequence. Okay, and that's the end of that battle round. He's still 3 hits. Could go on for a long time, guys. We're going to draw a card and see what she gets. Throw. Okay. What's going to happen with throw? Let's take a look. Well, I think she can get him with this, guys. Yeah, check this out. Okay, so we're going to play that. That's going to be 1 more for her. Oh, wait, it requires 2? No, it doesn't. Oh, my God. It's only 1. We're only going to get this. That's all we're going to get. So it's going to put him back up to 5. We don't have an item, so let's just play it out. We're gonna have to flee. We can flee automatically. It costs us 1 energy, which is going to mean she won't be able to do anything else. But we'll get rid of it. We just have to run away from this guy. Let me just double check this again. Actually, I'm going to take this back. I'm not going to play this, and I'll tell you why. Because if I don't play a card, he's going to take his opportunity. And that's what it says. That's what I think is the right thing to do. Let me just take a look. It says opportunity. If you play no cards in step 2 of your activation, your enemy immediately performs the opportunity attack listed on their card, and you draw 1 extra card. So his opportunity attack is run away, which means he's going to flee the scene. So I think we're going to not play an attack and let him run away. Okay. We tried. Didn't work. Okay. End of combat. It runs away. We did not get the reward. It just ran away. This is the best thing that could happen to her because it didn't require her to spend an energy. Okay, I'm just shuffling up her deck again. And then we're good. Okay, that was her. That was not good. Alright, now we have our 2 buddies, Arev and Bior. They are going to move. Do they move together? Do they move together? Do they need to? Bior's got 4 food. I don't know if there's any point in going down to the asylum anymore. I just don't know. Let me think. Well, it doesn't really matter for now. We're going to... The question is whether I split them up, and I think we are. Bior is going to take his action to move here. Since there's already been a gray encounter drawn, he's just going to go down to 4 energy. And then Erev is going to move to here and go down to 3 energy. We're going to get him down to Grubwood and see what happens down there. I want to see. Anyway, we're at the Warriors Fair where it says, with everything that has happened on the island, skilled warriors have become a currency of their own. So while we're at the Warriors Fair, just to show you, there's no other thing we can do there other than explore. And we can also lose 1 health to gain 1 experience points while we're here. So that's not terrible. He's got food. He could do that and heal, but it costs 4 energy. He doesn't have that left. So, well, he does, but he'd be exhausted, and we don't want to do that. So that is their actions. Now we go back to Aaliyah. Well, the first thing Aaliyah is going to do is party with Bior and take a food from him. So Bior is going to give her a food. In fact, I think they're going to split it. Take 2 food. So they have 2 food each. Okay. There's really no point. Well, they could gain magic again, couldn't they? They might want to. What she might want to do is explore with him there again. But I think that increased her. Yeah, she doesn't want to panic or anything. That would be bad. What she can do then is move. I think she's going to move to Kunok Village, so when she rests, she'll be in a good place. So she's going to spend her energy to move to Kunok Village. I don't think they have to stay in a party for that. I think you can just give her the food and move on as her action. That puts her down to 2 energy, so she's not going to be able to do much of anything else, but she's back and will be able to heal up. Unfortunately, I think Bior is going to have to go attack the island again. I don't know where else to get. I've been to every location. I'm not sure where else to get what we need. He could explore the Charred Enclave again. He might. I mean, we've got the energy to do it. See if he can get anything else out of it. I just don't know. Hopefully something comes up in the events that helps us along here, because we're not actually doing that well on the quest part of it. Anyway, we have plenty of energy left for the other characters, so I think what we'll do with Arev is we're going to spend 1 more energy, that's going to be the end of his day, to move down here. Now, what's it say in the Grubwood? We haven't been down here before. So it says, explore when you enter this location. This exploration is free. Some think it was given the name because it fed settlers in dire times. Others believe it's due to the maggots crawling over the slumping trees. That's nasty. That place does not look good. But we're going to explore it. Why the heck not? It's free. Might as well. Arev's going down there to explore the Grubwood. Okay, even in broad daylight, the Grubwood is not a place to be. Its old trees bend toward each other like whispering hags. Old chains attached to treetops chime with every breeze. The ground under them is foul and drenched in some strange substance. As you inspect it, you are startled by a hooded figure that watches you from behind the trees. Its frayed cape arches upward on its back as if covering a pair of wings. When the creature realizes you've spotted it, it runs away. Intrigued, you give chase, but after a while it disappears between the gnarly trees. Tired, you lean on one of the trunks, only to discover that it's crawling with fat maggots. Remove this location card from the game and replace it with 110. Exploration ends. Okay? So here we go. We're going to replace it with this. So we now are in the haunted Grubwood. And it says, the flesh of fat worms that crawl over the slumbering trees is pungent and gooey. The sound they make when thrown into boiling water resembles a child's shriek. Ew, gross. But look, we can now pass over, I guess we always could pass over to the Forlorn Swords. We got 120 over here, so that doesn't change. We can go back up there, and it says 108, 110, but we're on 110 here, and there is a dream to be had there. But we're going to go there. It is haunted. We'll put this away. That location is gone, and he's going right there. So that was interesting, but that ends his exploration. So there's a lot of similarities between this and Seventh Continent. Okay, now for Bior. Do we explore the Charred Conclave again? I guess we do. I don't know what else to do with that. I think that's the right thing to do, guys. We're going to explore it again for 1 energy, and then you could still get back to Kunok Village with Aaliyah. So let's do that. We're going to explore the Charred Conclave with Bior again. Okay, we already know we're not playing Maggot, so we're going to stay a while and listen. We're going to stay a while. We could dig through the remains. Do I want to do that? Let's see. He doesn't have any of that, so I don't think it's going to matter. Gain 1 random non-companion item in part 1 of the Pillager. He's already got an item, but you know what? We already did this first part. We know what it does for us, though, right? We're going to gain a terror, which we can lay still each. Which one do we go? We go to, sorry, if we do that, we go to verse 1. Learn from the conclave, go to verse 10. Let me think. But since he doesn't have Aaliyah with him, and he has a magic right now, oh, God, I'm really thinking hard on this one. This one's rough. No, I think we're going to get the magic. The magic's going to end up being important for us, I think. So, he's going to do this one again. Stay a while and listen. We go to verse 1. Learn from the conclave, pay an extra energy. He'll have to stay there, but that's okay. He'll stay there. I don't want him moving again. And then we're going to go to verse 10. Verse 10, we're going to do this. Put your ear to the bars and gather what you can, because we're hearing that terrible whispering, which takes us up here. If you have at least 3 magic, we don't. If each party member gains 1 magic, if we have at least 1 empathy, we gain a terror. We don't. He doesn't anyway, so Aaliyah did. That's why she gained a terror from it, but he does gain a magic. So we'll give him another magic cube. That puts him at 2. That's not terrible. And that ends his exploration. Okay, so that leaves us with nobody, because everybody's out of energy. So I think we're going to end this episode with our day phase ending here, because I have a feeling some things are going to happen at night with the haunted Grubwood. But we're going to stop with our end of day right there, and next time we will pick up with the end of day, where we can do this. We'll just go up to the dream thing like we did before. So everybody's going to rest, right? So the first thing we do, okay, let's backtrack just a sec. Nobody has any energy left to spend without becoming exhausted, so we're going to end our during the day phase. Okay, now it's the end of day phase. We're going to rest. We're going to consume a food. Okay, and it says, consume 1 food, restore 1 health, and lose 1 terror. Well, we don't need terror, but we'll restore 1 health for Bior. We go to Aaliyah. This is really important for her. She's going to spend a food. She will gain a health. She will lose a terror. That is really helpful. And she's going to gain, well, all the way up to 4 energy again. She's still hurting. And then for a Rev, we're going to lose a food. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do that, so that's it. Then we're just going to put everybody up to their energy. Now, Leah can go all the way up to her max energy, but she can only go to here because of the bar. And then he will go up to 6 again, so that's where we're at the end of the round. Okay, so we restored our energy. We're not exhausted. We can advance the character with experience. I think we're going to do that with Aaliyah. We're going to draw from her advancement pool. And spend her 2 experience points. I think that's worth it. Actually, I was considering building up some experience to get her spirituality, but I think she could use some cards, some good cards. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to shuffle. We'll just draw 3 from random spots. How's that? Just in case I didn't shuffle enough. We'll just pull 1 out of here, and then we'll cut them again, and then take 1 off top. There we go. That's from her advancement pool. Now 2 of those are going back, but we're going to get to keep 1 of them. What do we get? Itchy Weeds. She has all this like nature magic. It's cool. What does this one do for us? Well, it gives us a card. It doesn't do anything if we use magic, but it says prevent 1 damage, lose 1 cube less. That's a pretty good Aaliyah card right there. Here's another one. It's called Nimble Reposition. It doesn't do anything, but gives her the ability to act. It says draw 1 card if you escape from combat, ignore the opportunity attack, and find weakness. During the attack, we're going to gain 1 hit, but we're going to draw a card when the next round comes up. I think we're going to take this High Weeds, or Itchy Weeds, rather. We're going to take that one, put it on her combat deck, and we'll put these other 2 back in her advancement deck. Cool. Right, now, then what it says, we then check out our dreams. I think we'll just do that. The only one I have to worry about, really, is the dream for the haunted Grubwood, but let's take a look. I'm just going to look real quickly at the dreams for 101 with Kunok's Village. We've already read that dream. It tells us to go to those locations, which we've been going to. And then the Charred Enclave, I don't think does much different that we haven't already started. Yeah, we're fleeing. It gives us a hint. Okay, so the only thing we need to do is worry about 110. This is the first time we've done something like this. 110. We were in the Haunted Grubwood. We're going to look at the dream for the Haunted Grubwood. Okay, it's not a nightmare, just a dream. All right. The only thing you remember in the morning is the torment and indescribable pain. Your legs and arms feel like someone tried to rip them out of the joints. Each character who has this dream loses an energy. So a Rev is going to start his day with 5 energy instead of 6. That seems like a nightmare to me. But all right. Anyway, that is going to mark the end of our end of day phase. End of day. And it says if you're going insane, do this. But we're not worried about that. So that marks the end of it. We're getting really deep in it, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're going to end the episode here. I will talk to you in the next episode. Thanks again so much for watching. Thanks for all the subscriptions and likes. I hope I'm giving you something to entertain yourselves during this time where we're sheltering in place and doing these other things. And please enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye.